Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah if you're new here. I started this channel to document my journey becoming a single mother by choice by going through IVF. After getting diagnosed with endometrial cancer and PCOS, I am now cancer-free. But if any of those topics appeal to you at all, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to get updated anytime I upload new videos. So here we are. Today is actually 8 days post 5-day transfer. I filmed some yesterday at 7 days post-transfer, so I will insert that footage here first. So this morning is 7 days past 5-day transfer. I thought I would do the test a little differently today and just show it to you the whole 3 minutes. This one, I actually didn't realize that I'm supposed to read it after 5 minutes. I've been reading them way after 5 minutes anyways, but I just thought this time we would see like how long it takes to come up, and I can speed through it, but we could watch that. This morning, it's just so nice to see that. That one's getting really gross and yellow, but the 6 days is clearly so much darker if you compare it to the 4 days, since that one's not super yellow yet. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know why this one got so yellow. But, okay, so I'm going to dip these and then we will look at them. So it should start, I have to start my timer. It should start going up soon, I think. There we go. I'm trying to start my timer. Okay, there we go. I'm not even really gonna watch that one because these have not really been that great. Trying to figure out how to do this so you can see the best. You definitely see it starting already. Wow, that is really fast. It's only been not even 40 seconds, 50 seconds. It's pretty cool. Let's look at this one. Yeah, these are not that good. Wow! I can't believe how fast that comes up. Maybe I'll do a digital today. I don't know. So I think I read that these will detect the HCG levels as low as 6 or 6.5 or 6 point something. And the digital ones might not, I think they don't detect until 25. So I don't know. I don't know if the digital one, if I got a negative, if that would bother me, because that means my HCG is less than 25. But again, it's only 7 days past transfer, so I am just loving how quickly this comes up. Of course, when it hits the 3-minute mark, then we'll wait, a couple hours before comparing to 6 days past transfer. Can we even see anything on this one? Maybe a little. Oh my gosh, this will never get old to me. I'll probably take pregnancy tests for like the next 20 days. That is so cool. How many minutes? Oh, that's about 3 minutes. So that's a nice line. But it's not dry yet, so we really can't compare it yet to the 6th day until it's dry. But I have a feeling a little bit darker. We'll compare in a few hours. Okay, I decided to do a digital. What the heck? It might be too early. If it says not pregnant, I won't freak out because I think it has to be 25 units or over of HCG for the digital. And it could still be lower than that at 7 days past transfer. But I'm curious, and I have a 2-pack of these, so I figured I'll just do one today and then maybe one like the day before my beta. Oh, I guess that's tomorrow. Or the day of my beta, if it's negative. Oh my God. I can't believe it. That means my HCG is at least 25. So the cheapie today, even though it's not even close to dry yet, is definitely darker than yesterday. And it is just so nice to see this. This one will get darker throughout the day. We'll check back later. Here is a picture of yesterday's test and today's test, so day 6 and day 7, right after they were taken, when they were still wet. And I feel like day 7 is definitely darker, even though it's very slight, but it at least is slightly darker, so that is awesome. Here they are, all dried and out in natural light. I feel like this one is just ever so slightly darker than that one. Not like a huge amount, but it's definitely darker than that one. And I'm sorry that one is so gross now. It's so weird because like that one's from a day before and that's not even as gross as that one. But so yeah, this is a really good sign. Seeing the digital pregnant was just amazing today, and I'm still riding that high. So I will test again tomorrow morning and show you guys the line then. Okay, here we are back at 8 days post-transfer, so I'm ready to take more pregnancy tests. This is fun for me. Someone made a comment that I'm driving myself crazy. I'm really not. I'm actually really enjoying this. So I know it can drive a lot of people crazy, and this isn't for everybody. But yeah, like I said, before, I think I've said this before, my last transfer, because I had a biochemical, I'm actually really glad that I started testing early and I saw that faint line, because that way I at least knew that the embryo implanted, at least started to implant, and I had some HCG in my system. I feel like that's really valuable information to know whether your embryo transfer either completely failed or if you had a biochemical. I think that's valuable information for you, for your doctor, to figure out what you want to try for your next transfer. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling now. And so of course I have my first response. I'm probably not going to do another digital today. Bless you, Lily. And then the cheapie. I'm having fun seeing the cheapie start to show a darker line. So bless you. All right, so here we go. Starting to go up. Okay, so I'm going to start my timer for 3 minutes to look at the first response after 3 minutes. The cheapie you're only supposed to look at after 5 minutes, but whatever. Okay, so in the meantime, I wanted to update you guys on my symptoms, which again are basically the same main symptom: cramping. I feel like other videos, like other YouTube videos, when they're talking about the 2-week wait symptoms after an embryo transfer, I have never really heard anyone talk about like bad cramping. Like people say they have like mild cramping, or like I've heard a lot of people say pinches or like you know, like minor little like feelings in their uterus, but let me tell you, like these are intense cramps, and I don't know. I mean, it kind of worries me because they're so painful, and I'm still not classifying them as severe because I feel like they're not 100% debilitating. I mean, when they happen during the day, they're not quite as bad, but like if I'm working and I start to feel one of these cramps and it only lasts about 15 minutes, it makes it a little bit harder to continue working through those 15 minutes. But like at night, when I get woken up in the middle of the night with these, like it's bad. And I don't know if it's just because like I feel like a lot of things at night feel worse than they do during the day, and maybe because like I'm in such a relaxed state, like dead asleep, and then they wake me up. But I just feel like maybe it's important for people to know if they're feeling these things too, that they're not alone. But please comment like down below if you had like pretty bad cramping after your embryo transfer. And here we are 8 days out. And I know like if you Google it, like, you know, it'll talk about implantation cramping that should be really mild and only last 1 to 2 days. Yeah, we're on like the 9th day of this cramping. So, so the last time, I forget, I don't think I finished saying on 6 days post-transfer the rest of my symptoms after my last video. So I did have some nausea a couple times during the day. I get like when the cramps get really bad, then I get a little bit nauseous sometimes. So that was happening. And then the breast tenderness has been continuing. So 7 days post-transfer, I had moderate cramping at 5:30 a.m., more breast tenderness, mild cramping at 8:45 a.m. and 9:15 a.m., and then moderate cramping at, and this was a big day yesterday, 11:15 a.m., 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m., 6:15 p.m., 7 p.m., and I wrote really, really painful ones at midnight with slight nausea. And then, okay, so, oh my gosh, it's already been 3 minutes, but we're gonna keep talking. So I haven't written this down before, but finally yesterday, because I think it was about the 5th or 6th time this has happened, I'm like, okay, I guess I should make note of this, because I just thought it was like a fluke, but it has happened, I would say 5 or 6 times. If I move a certain way or I like get up from laying down, every now and then I'll get like a really brief, sharp pain, not awful, but just like noticeable. In more often than not, my right side, my right ovary, like around that area, and sometimes on the left side. But so I made a note of that. I really hope that's not like a cause for concern, but I wrote it down. And then this morning, 8 days post-transfer, moderate cramping at 2:30 a.m., 4:45 a.m., and then mild cramping at 8:15 a.m. Oh boy, I need to go clock in at work. So let's speed this up. Oh, and breast tenderness is continuing. So those are my symptoms so far. It's there, but it doesn't seem very dark. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so I'm a bit of a crazy person, and I just did another one. But you see what I mean? How like sometimes like the lines, just certain test lines are just a little bit thinner than other ones. Like that one is like super thick, and the one I just did is kind of a little bit thicker. So I feel like that line looks a little bit darker already than that one. So, okay, I feel better because this one I just did compared to yesterday's, and it's not even dry yet, is already about the same, if not slightly darker. So once it dries, I bet it's gonna be even darker. And who knows what'll happen to this one too, but I have plenty of these, so I just thought I would do another one. And then I did my second digital just to be sure that my HCG level is still at least 25. And it is, thank goodness. Add that up here to the other pregnant. And then here, the cheapies do seem to be darkening nicely ever since 5 days post-transfer. And even since 4 days post-transfer, except for this afternoon one that just was kind of like a fluke. But I think they've gotten darker and darker, and that one's still wet, as you can tell. So we'll check back on that later and check on these later. And I feel better now. So yeah. So here is a picture of day 6, 7, and 8 right after testing. So they're still wet. I think it's important to compare wet tests to wet tests and dry tests to dry tests. So yes, the instructions on these tests say to read, you know, within, I think they say within 5 or 10 minutes. So when we're comparing the completely dried tests, that's more so for comparison between the tests versus the actual accuracy of the test, if that makes sense. Okay, so they're dried now. So this is the second test I took. It's definitely darker than the others, so that is awesome. But I just feel like this is like a good lesson to learn, because this is the first test I took. And look how like the lines are just thinner than those. So even though that line probably is the same darkness, when you compare it, it looks really, really close. But this was using the exact same urine. So it's just showing that, you know, it really depends on the test. Like some tests end up with thicker lines and some end up with thinner lines. But I am happy with this one. I'm glad I took another test. And it's definitely darker. So I am very happy with today's test results. I just finished another pretty painful episode of cramping. I am not complaining. If this is a good sign and I'm pregnant, I will take it. I just hope that it's not anything bad, but it's definitely painful. So let's go check out the cheapies. Isn't she cute? Lily, are you ready to be a big sister? All right, cheapie is dried and it's definitely darker. I'm feeling so hopeful for my beta tomorrow. This is just such a good sign. Okay, I'm on my way to pick up dinner and I thought I would just close out this video. Sorry, Lily likes to go from the front seat to the back seat to the front seat to the back seat, the entire car ride. So more cramping today, a little bit of nausea. I don't know if that's like legit yet or if it's just, I don't know, but I've been kind of like gaggy. Not a lot, but just like every now and then. So my beta is tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and I should be able to do a video tomorrow night, I think, either tomorrow night or Saturday night. I've been really tired also, and because of the cramping and the tiredness, it's been a lot for me to like try to do things on my phone when I'm on my computer all day for work. So to do things on my phone and like on my personal computer and stuff at night. So I just want to make sure that you guys also know, like, I do read all of your comments, and if it might take me a little bit to get back to all of you, but I really try my best to. Sometimes for some reason there's like I don't get a notification, and so sometimes I just miss a comment and I feel so bad about that. But please know that if I see your comment, that I will do my best to respond to it as soon as I can. But because I just haven't been feeling so well, it just might take me longer. I'm just trying to rest and take care of myself. So I'm sure you guys can understand that, but I really, like, that does not take away from how much I appreciate all of you guys and all of your sweet comments and all of your baby dust and all of your positive vibes and prayers and everything. Like, you guys are so sweet and amazing, and I'm sending all of it back to you. And I'm hoping either tomorrow or Saturday I will update you guys on my first beta. So have a great night. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon on my next video. Bye.